Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I would like to show you the continuation of my SolidWorks Make Frother project. Okay, for this video, I will show you how I will do the detailed drawing of this component. Okay, except the standard parts. But for this video, I will do the detailed drawing of the bottom casing. Okay, since a set of working drawing, we must have the assembly drawing, which I have already completed here, as shown here, and I already done the exploded view drawing. Okay, it must be followed by the detailed drawing of each component. For example, this bottom, it must be followed by this bottom casing drawing, the detailed drawing of this bottom casing, and I already put it as drawing number 1. Alright, in this video, I would like to show you how I will do the detailed drawing for this bottom casing. Alright, as you can see at the bottom left here, we have assembly drawing, exploded drawing. So I will add another sheet here. So this is a new sheet, sheet 4. So this one I will rename it as bottom casing. Right. Okay, since the detail drawing is an orthographic projection, so I must have this third angle symbol. Okay, but the title is not assembly drawing, so I will right click at it. I will edit sheet format. So this title must be bottom casing. Hold on. Right, it must be, make sure it's capital letter, bottom casing. Right, and the material here. So I will add the text here. So I will go here, note. So material will be, I just put it as a general material plastic as stated in the bill of material. Right, drawing number. Okay, hold on, let me press escape to cancel the text. Okay, about the drawing number here. So as already stated in the bill of material, this is drawing number 1. And the scale I found out is not 1 to scale. So for the bottom casing, I will magnify it into 2 times bigger. So the scale will be to 1. Alright, make sure everything here is completed. Your name, your which section are you, and so on. Alright, so I will exit this edit sheet format. And now I'm back in drawing mode. Okay, to do the detailed drawing of the bottom casing, okay, if we look here under the view palette, so I have not opened any part file here. So here, if I click at this to browse my SolidWorks part modeling file, so I will open, hold on, I will open the bottom casing file. Alright, now my bottom casing file is listed here. Alright, so this is all the views from my bottom casing part modeling file. Alright, about the bottom casing, I have already planned it. Well, the view that I need to bring to this drawing is if you look here, it actually is a right view in my SolidWorks part modeling file, but for the case of this drawing, it will be front view. So I will bring this right view to this location. Okay, since this is a right view, so I will bring it here. Then I will drag this mouse and it goes to the top view. And also I will bring it here to go to the side view. So now I have 3 views. Okay, I will bring it here to go for the isometric view. And I press escape to cancel. Alright, since this is the main view, so I click at this, so I will go for the scale is not full scale, because if you look full scale, it's kind of like small compared with this A3 size. So I will go to 1 to make it 2 times bigger. Right, it's kind of like overlap, so never mind. I can bring, I go for this isometric view, I bring it here. This isometric view, I go it for full scale. But for this front view, I bring it like this. And for the side view, I can bring it here. Right, let me kind of put this drawing to the right position. Okay, let me do some adjustment here. All right, the first thing to do is that, okay, if you look here, since this is the top view, this top view, I will do a full section. So that means that this front view will be replaced by section view. So I will delete this front view. So I just remain the top view here and also the side left view here. All right, for this top view, I will right click at it and I need to set this tangent edge remove. Same goes for the side view, tangent edge remove, and same goes for this isometric view, tangent edge remove. Alright, okay, for the side view, this is a typical side view of orthographic drawing. So this one, I will show the hidden line, right? Alright, about the top view also, since this is not a section view, so I will click at it and it will show the hidden line. Alright, as I have mentioned, this top view, I need to make a full section. So I will go under drawing here, I have section, then I will go for horizontal and make sure that it's snapped at the center, then I click OK. And now I bring I just ignore this thing, I just click OK. Then I will bring my section view to this position, right? Okay, as you can see here, this side view actually is kind of like not aligned with this front view. To make this side view align with this front section view, so here I will right click at it, I will go for alignment and align by horizontal by center, then I will select the section view, then automatically SolidWorks put the side view and this section view, front view here will in line, in horizontal, right? Okay, let me do adjustment again. All right, if you look at this full section view, another thing is about, I can edit it, this section line, I want to make it a little bit shorter. So here I click at edit sketch and I will not adding line, so I just press escape. I just need to drag this point, make it a little bit shorter. I don't want the arm to be too long, and also this arm I make it shorter. Okay, if I exit the sketch, now as you can see the section line is shorter. Alright, another thing is about, if you look in the section line, the label is YY. Maybe I can go for, I put it as capital letter X. So I just click OK. So now the section here is X and the scale. I don't have to have a scale here since already stated in the title block. And for the scale, I will delete it, right? Okay, so I put it a little bit at this position. Okay, the next thing is about dimension for this detail drawing of this bottom casing. Since this is a detail drawing, so the dimension have to be really complete. But before I do dimension, let me explain a little bit to you about this detail drawing. Okay, since this bottom casing is made of plastic, we need to think about how this plastic casing going to be manufactured at the manufacturing floor. Okay, let's say if your component is a metal part, for example, you have a long shaft, a bracket, a disc, a hub, and so on. Okay, those metal component, the detailed drawing of each metal part have to be really detailed in dimension, have to be complete in dimension, because each detailed drawing of those metal component will be sent to the machinist at the manufacturing floor, because the machinists will read your drawing and they will do either lasing, drilling, bending, stamping machine, milling machine, and so on, because all the type of machine is for metal parts. Alright, so it means the detailed drawing of the metal component have to be really detailed in dimension, have to be complete. But since this bottom casing is made of plastic, and the way they're going to manufacture this bottom casing is not by using lasing machine, drilling machine, stamping machine, and so on, because this is plastic. The way they're going to manufacture this bottom casing is actually by the CAD software, that CAD file that we have already done. For example, I already done the part modeling of the bottom casing, SolidWorks part modeling file. The bottom casing SolidWorks part modeling file that I've created is a CAD file from the SolidWorks. SolidWorks is a CAD computer design, so that SolidWorks part file, the bottom casing part file, will be sent to the CAM software like MasterCam, SolidCam, and so on. Those CAM software will translate your CAD file, and they will do kind of like generate the toolpath for the machining process. It means to be sent to the CNC machine. Those CAM software will translate your CAD file, and they will specify the machining parameters, the cutting speed, the feed rate, and tool selection of the CNC machine. So let me show you what is CNC machine. So this is CNC machine industry. So CNC machine means computer numerical control machine. So CNC machine will read the file from the CAM software. It means that CAM software already read the file from your SolidWorks. Your CAD file will be translated into CAM software, and that CAM software will do special coding. The coding from the CAM software will they will save the file and will be sent to the CNC machine. Then the CNC machine will read the coding by the CAD file, by the CAM file of that CAM software. So this CNC machine will do the machining. They will create a metal mold, both male and female, of your bottom casing. After the metal mold is done here, so this metal mold will be sent into this injection molding. So this is a graphic illustration of the injection molding. Okay, in this injection molding, so we have a mold will be placed. Your metal mold from that done by the CNC machine will be put here. So actually industry, they have a lot of molds since they want to make a mass production. Okay, in this injection molding, they have a feeder. They will put a plastic bead here. So the plastic bead will be fed into the screw feeder. Due to high RPM, those plastic bead will be melt into liquid form, and this liquid plastic will be injected into the metal mold. So that's how. So then they have your bottom casing. That's how they made the bottom casing. Okay, if this is the case, what I'm trying to tell you, it means that this plastic casing will be, we take the way they manufacture this bottom casing is by our CAD file sent to CAM, and they send to NC machine to make the metal mold. Metal mold will be placed into injection molding to make, then they will do your bottom casing. What I'm trying to tell you is that this detailed drawing of the bottom casing, the dimension don't have to be really complete and detailed, as long as we can show only important dimensions like total length, total width, and total height, and maybe some important features we need to show to put the dimension, that so that people can understand, kind of like know what is important features that can be read from this drawing. All right. Okay, to do dimension for this bottom casing, as I mentioned, I don't have to put really detailed dimension, as long as I can show important dimension only. Alright, in fact, when we do dimension in SolidWorks, if I show you under annotation, we have smart dimension. If I click at smart dimension, I have two choices, either use dimension expert or auto dimension. If I click at auto dimension, I click at any viewports. For example, I click at the section view and I click OK. SolidWorks will automatically put all the dimensions that it can fit into for this bottom casing. If you look at the output of this machine, it's kind of like too complex, too complicated, and it's too much. As I mentioned, for this bottom casing, we show only the important dimensions only. So I will undo this. I will not do auto dimension. So what I will do under smart dimension, I will go for dimension expert. So I will put only the important dimension. For example, like the total length, I can go at this front section view. The total length of this bottom casing up until here. So I have this kind of icon here. Either I can go top side and bottom side. In this case, I go for bottom side. So it's already stated the length is 89.99. But I can override. See, this is close to 90. the rounded value is 90. Here on the setting on the left here, I can even override value. I click at the override value here, then I will go hit 90 because 80.99 is close to 90. Right, so here we have 2 decimal points. So here on setting on the left, I can go the here the bottom one. I can go for not 2 decimal point. I could go for none. It means we have rounded value 90. But be careful about dimension. Like for example, your dimension is 60.5. Make sure you don't use none because there is none decimal point. Go for 1 decimal point. Depend on the precision of the length, the measurement. Okay, I have already put the length. Okay, now I will go for the width. Okay, the width of this dimension. Okay, if I go for smart dimension here. Okay, hold on, I click at smart dimension. If I want to go for sometime I cannot point to the dot. Okay, in this case I can point to the dot. Let's say I want to go for this then from this point. Hold on, I will do dimension from this point to this location. So I cannot snap at any point here. It means I want to show the total width. So what I can do before I go for dimension under the sketch here, I can go for, I create a point. As long as I can put a point somewhere in here. So I have located one point there. So now I can, under annotation, if I do smart dimension, I can go for this point. Hold on, from this point to this point. So I have option to put dimension location. Okay, the dimension is 35.87. I just simply click OK because that will be the exact dimension of the total width. Okay, if you look on this dimension again, one thing I need to mention about the setting of your dimension. If you look this vertical dimension, the text is in horizontal. Okay, if I want to change the setting, the text, I want the flow to be in vertical. That means the text is aligned with the dimension line. So under the tools here, I have option. I have option here. So I will go for not system option, I go for document properties. So under the dimension here, I will go, since I'm doing linear dimension, so I will go for linear. Here, if you look under the text position setting here, by default, use the center one. It means your text is remain horizontal. I will go for the first option. It means the text will in line with the dimension. If I click OK, now your dimension text in vertical. Alright. Okay, alright, let me drag like this for my total width, and another one is the total height of this dimension. I go for this point up until this point. I go to this side and I click OK. So then I bring it to this position. So that will be my main dimension about the length, the width, and the height of this bottom casing. Alright, after I've done dimension about the main thing about the total length, the thickness, and the width, because since I mentioned to you, we just need to show only the important features that we can do dimension, because this bottom casing we don't have to put really detailed dimension. Okay, talking about important features is something like, okay, I go for this rib, this 3 rib here. We have a 3 rib and I have a 3, another 2 rib is a cross rib, and I have 3 vertical ribs. Let's go, I do dimension. We do dimension for these 3 ribs. Okay, for these 3 ribs, so I will do, okay, go for smart dimension. The first thing is about the thickness of, since these 3 ribs are the same, so I just only go for one dimension only. Here I can go for the thickness of this rib. And you have kind of like icon. I go either bottom side or bottom side, top side or bottom side. So I go for the top side. And here I have 1 is the thickness. Here on the left I change it to none, only no decimal point. Let me click OK first, then I drag. Okay, the rule of dimension, you don't have to put your dimension really close to the object, at least 2 letter heights like this. So this is the first label. Okay, another thing, I don't have to put dimension, the thickness for the other two since already given here and it is same. The important features that I need to show is about the distance from these two ribs. Since this here is kind of a mirror representation, I just show only one dimension here. Okay, kind of like you need to plan your dimension. I go for this line and this line, and here I can put on the top side, and you go for 11. Okay, another thing, let me click OK first. This dimension, I want it to be in line with this one. Okay, in dimension 1. But if you look at this arrow size, we have a double arrow like this. Okay, I already highlighted this 11 dimension. If you look here, not the value under the leader. Okay, under the leader, I will go, not this one, I will go for this option. And sorry, I go for the second option, then the arrow is pointing like this. So we don't have kind like the double arrow there. About this dimension 1, I can change the text. I put it into here. Right? Okay, about this 11 also, I can select this 11 and I don't want it to be 2 decimal point. I go for none. So I have 11. Alright, so I have this dimension. And let me save my file again. Hold on. Okay, now I put okay, I have the thickness and the length of the rib, 3 rib. And the others for this one, I don't have to put because it's kind of a repeated things. And another thing is about, okay, what is the location of this first rib to this edge? So I can put like from here to this edge to this line. So I put like this. I click OK first. Make sure that you click OK first before you do to adjust your dimension. Okay, I can go. Okay, so I put the text like here, it's kind of like too small to be fitted between the arrow, so I put like this. But the arrow pointing of my dimension is like this, so I can go to leaders. So I will go for the first one. So it goes like that, right? And also this dimension in line with this dimension. Okay, 3.75. Okay, another important dimension that I will go since I have already put the thickness and the distance. I don't have to put here because it's already represented by this 11. And I only know the distance here. Another thing is about, alright, it's about these features. We have a cross, we have a cross rib. So since this is the center, I can do dimension from this line to the center line. So I put it to the right. Okay, never mind, I just click OK first. Never mind, I just want my dimension to be located at this position. Okay, sometimes in engineering drawing, it's allowed to put your dimension, your object in terms of clarity. It's okay, but if I put it's kind of like hard to understand. So it's allowed, but not too much. You can put your dimension, you are allowed to put inside your object, but not too much in terms of clarity. All right. Okay, I already put the dimension there. It means that the distance from this cross rib here from the center is 4.5. Okay, I can show also the thickness of this rib. I can select like this and these two lines. So I will go for this side. Okay, if you look, if I put this thickness one is too much to the left, it's kind of like, in terms of clarity, it's kind of like difficult to read. It's allowed. Let me click OK first, then I can move this dimension. It's allowed to put your dimension inside your object in terms of clarity, right? So this one, none for since the thickness. I don't want it to be 2 decimal point. Okay, let me click OK. So I have this thickness. Okay, I already give this one the thickness and the distance from the center. I don't have to do on the other side because already represented by these two dimensions. Okay, another thing is about dimension of this. I have a slot. I have a slot there, so I need to position where is this slot from this rib. So I can do dimension from this line here to this line. So I go for top side. I click OK first. You must click OK first. Then I do like this. Right. So since I have, as you can see, it's kind of we have double arrow. So I go for the leaders. I go for the second choice. Then it goes like that. Right. So I have this 10.97. right? I need to show also what is the thickness of this slot. So I go for this line, select this line, I go for the top side, click OK first, bring in my dimension here in line, and I put my text something like this, and this is 1 decimal point, only 1 decimal point, 1.5, right? Alright, I already defined the thickness and the location of this slot. I don't have to do for the bottom side. It can already explain by this dimension. What I need to show what is the distance from this to this. Okay, before I go for the dimension from distance from this to the center line, maybe I can show by another section view. Later I will show you. Okay, another thing is about this rib to support the DC motor. I can also show the location of dimension in terms of from this endpoint. Okay, I go for smart dimension from this line to this line. I go for the top side, and okay, let me click OK first. Then I bring it, it's kind of in line, all the dimension in line. So I have this thing, and also I can give the thickness of this grip. Or this one, I go for the bottom side. Click OK first. Then I can bring this dimension up until here. Okay, make sure that not too close and none, not to the decimal point. Right, let me do some adjustment again somewhere here. Right, so I already give the thickness of this rib to support the motor. About the other one, I don't have to put the dimension as one already put here, but the only thing that I need to put is the distance. Okay, the distance from this line to this line. I need to give it, I put to this side. Click OK first, then bring it up. Okay, if you look here, the 13.1 was kind of like too close to the object, so I should bring it a little bit down, like this, and for this dimension 1 have to be in line, right, have to be in line. Okay, now I know the position of the two ribs to support the DC motor. The thickness of this rib already been defined by this dimension 1 here. Okay, I already put the distance between these two ribs is 13.0. About the width of this rib, I will show not in this view. I will show in the section view. Later I will do a section view. Right. Okay, another dimension is here. We have kind of a cutting here. Since this is a cutting where we have the opening lid, and okay, I will put the dimension. If I go for smart dimension, so I will do dimension from this. I will go for this from this location, from this point to, I can go for this point. So I will give a length from that point to that point is 11.25. Let me put it here. Okay, let me click OK. But it kind of overlap with 3.75. I bring my 3.75 here. But if you look at the arrowhead, it's kind of like we have kind of like the arrowhead of this dimension line is not right. So I will select this 11.25. So I go for the leader. I will go for the second choice here. So the arrowhead will be like this, right? Right, see, and I have here from this cutting up until kind of like the edge of this bottom casing is 11.25. I need to kind of position the depth here, the length of this. I can go for another dimension, even the height of this cutting from this line to this point. Okay, let me go for dimension again from this point to this point. So I have an option to go top, left, right, or bottom. I go for the right. So I have that dimension. Let me click OK first. So that is 4.36. As you can see, automatically SolidWorks kind of squeeze in the 4.36 into the cylinder. It kind of push this 35.7 to the other side. Right? I think the position is right. But if I move this a little bit closer here, 4.36, and this, hold on, this 3.87, bring it a little bit closer like this. Okay, kind of like I already defined the size of this cutting, right, for this the cutting to where we have the open lid will be mounted onto this bottom casing. Alright, okay, let me position this drawing. Squeeze it to the, I move it to the left. I bring it somewhere at the center of this drawing, right? Right, the next thing I need to show you is about the, if you look this section view, you kind of like have not much dimension on this because I need to at least here for this, if you look, this is the rib to support the motor. Here I can give the what is the height of this rib until the edge of this bottom casing. I can put another dimension here from this line to this line to this line. So I will go to the left side. So I have the dimension is 2. Let me click OK first. So I need to bring it closer like this, but not too much. And it is not 2 decimal point. I put it as 2. Okay, at least I can show about, okay, I have already this one, the height is in level, so I have to put the dimension. Same goes for the slot height, is the same as the rib of the motor. To support the motor, about this height of this, we have 3 ribs here. The height of this, I can put it from this edge to this line. Okay, if I go for, well, if you see here, if I go for the right, it kind of like squeeze the dimension 12.65. We will push this 12.65 to the right. Okay, let me click OK first. So let me bring this for a little bit closer to this location. And this 12.65, I bring it about this location. Okay, about this dimension 4 is only no decimal point. Okay, the arrow is kind of like I should go for this format, pointing inside. So it means that I can put 4 here. Right, so it shows that now the level from the top edge to the level of the 3 ribs here is 4. Right, so I've already put dimension there for these 3 ribs. About the height of this, we have 2 cross rib. Okay, the height of that 2 cross rib to the top edge, I will do another dimension from here to this top rib. So here I don't have to go like this. Sometimes it's allowed to put inside, but not too much. Alright. Okay, it shows it's 7. Right, I think I've kind of like put quite detailed dimension for to show the features of this bottom casing. Okay, another thing to do is about, I will add, since I've not yet put what is the radius of the curve of this rib there to support the 2 AAA batteries, and also the radius of these 2 rib to support the DC motor, the radius of this curve, and also the width of this rib. And also I need to show what is this the radius at the end of this bottom casing. Okay, for that radius I can give, that's why the idea of this left view, so I can give the radius for the opening of this bottom casing. Alright, I can go for the radius. Okay, here if I go for smart dimension again, then I will select this edge, then I can give radius like this. I can put my dimension, it kind of have extension line. So let me go for that. So it shows that the radius is 5, it means the diameter of this outline is 10. Okay, about this 5, I can position it like this. This is the leader line. and it will be no decimal point, right? So that is my radius to show this circle. I mean the diameter of that circle for the opening of this bottom casing is diameter is 10. Alright, another thing is about here I have a hidden line. I can give a dimension about since this bottom casing like, and this point. Okay, it's already okay. I already put a slide at 2 points. It shows that the thickness is 1.5. Since the thickness of the casing, the shell thickness is 1.5. Let me go like this, and 1 decimal point. All right, so that's the thickness. All right. Okay, another thing is about I need to show you about how I will do. I want to do a remove section. I will do a vertical full section, and then the section view I will put somewhere here. That is kind of sectioning that is called a remove section. Alright, to do remove section, here under the drawing I have a section, so I will make a vertical section, and my vertical section will go, I will not put the section to cut the rib, I will put somewhere at this location. I put at this location, then I just click OK, and I just ignore this, and so I will bring my section view to this position. So this is actually a full section vertical, but I will make this as a remove section because if I'm cutting this top view like this, the orientation of my section view is rotated like this. Let me click OK first. Okay, this one, this section view, I will right click at it because I don't want the alignment to be intact with this. As you can see, I cannot move it. This is remain kind of like you have alignment attached to this view horizontal. So I will right click at it, the alignment, I will go for break alignment so I can move it anywhere. Another thing, I need to rotate this section view 90-degree rotation. So I don't want it to be ready because I want to do the orientation is kind of like this left view here. Okay, I will right click at it. So I have option to rotate. I will do rotate view. Then I will go for negative 90-degree. Then I click OK. So I click close. Now my section view of this cutting line is labeled AA. Okay, I will go for capital letter X. Okay, just click OK. Never mind, I just use X, and now it's stated X here. Since the scale already mentioned to 1, so I don't have to put the scale here. Just section at X. So this type of sectioning is called remove section. Right, it is remove section. So we have a section line here, and we can the section view we can put it anywhere on in this drawing. Right, this is called remove section. All right, about this remove section, here as you can see, I can see the outline of the section view. Since we are third angle, so whatever here will be removed. The only left is this left side, so I can see the now I can put the dimension, like for example the radius of this rib and the radius of this rib, and also the about the thickness of this rib. Right, I can do that. So here what I will do, so here is the radius of the rib that we support the battery. So under notation I put smart dimension, so I can select this line, so I can give this radius 5 for the rib. So I don't have to do on the other side, so already shown here. Okay, this is the radius of the first bracket to support the motor. So I go for like this. I can put the radius like this, 125. I can put this position, and also I have another one, the smallest one. I can put it at this position like this, 1.5, right? And the opening there, this one I cannot put the radius, but since because I've done this by lofting, so it's already stated that online here radius wise already put in this left view, right? I don't have to do that. The only thing that I need to put is about the width of this, since I've mentioned the width of these two ribs here. I can put the dimension to show the width of the two ribs that support the motor. I put it up here and show that the width is 8.5. So let me bring it a little bit closer like this. Right, so this 1 decimal point. It is 1 decimal point. There is none. It is 1 decimal point. And it is 1 decimal point. Okay, let me do some adjustment here. Alright, okay, as you can see, this is section XX, so I have this section line, but if you look, the section line is cutting this dimension. So it means that I have to edit this section line. I edit cutting line, then I will do edit sketch. Then I will press escape. I will make this section line much, the arm is a little bit shorter, about like this. So I don't want this section line crossing the dimension line, right? So I have this section at X, right? Okay, let me save my file. And I have to do some adjustment here. It means that I need to put this little bit up here. And same goes for this one. And same goes for this dimension one, must be in line. Everything must be in line, right? And this one also. It goes like this. Okay. Okay, let me save my file again. Okay, let me do some adjustment for this. Make it a little bit closer for this. Right. Okay, another thing is about okay, since here I have not put the dimension, what is the distance between the slot here up until here? I can put the dimension here. Okay, smart dimension from this line to this line. Okay, there is none. So the dimension is 19. So it's already stated here, the dimension is 19. So it means the distance from these two slot up until here. Alright, talking about the slot, I have not yet put the detail what is the slot distance here. So I can go for this line and this line, and it's allowed to put inside but not too much. So it's stated here 0.5. I put it like this. In terms of clarity, it's good if instead I put it like this, better to put it inside for clarity. Like that, then I go for 1 decimal point. So it means that the slot thickness of the slot is 0.5. About this, the depth of the slot, I can go like this, and this line, I go for this side, and also this one allowed to put it inside. All right, but not too much. I just need to remind you, but not too much for the dimension to put inside. In terms of clarity, better to put it inside. Right, so it means that the thickness, the depth of this slot is 1. Right, let me save my file again. Okay, now, okay, one more thing that I need to show. I think the last thing to show is about this. We have a key here. We have a key, so I need to, since we have these 2 keys here, actually we have 4. The other 2 is on this side. So I need to position the keys location. The key start from here to here. So I put at the bottom. Hold on. Okay, let me click OK first, and must be inline, and done. And the location for the other key also I need to put it. Here also, smart dimension from this to from this edge to this. Maybe I can go for to this edge, right? So I put it here first, then I click OK, and I adjust it like this, 12.97. Okay, another thing is about this. Hold on. Okay, about this cutting line, I need to edit again. This line I need to make a little bit longer like this. Alright, so it means that here I can little bit push it downward here, and this one have to be in line. Same goes this one, have to be in line like this, and same goes this 15 have to be in line, right? This 21.5 better to be in line with the other dimension, right? Okay, okay, the last thing is about, okay, I've seen I give the position of this key here, right? I need to give the what is the thickness of the key from here to here. I put it like this. It kind of like push this 21.5 above, and here also. So let me bring, since it is at the bottom level, let me bring it a little bit closer like this. And this one is maintained in line with the one. Okay, I need to adjust it. Right? It is none. So I can put 3 like this. Alright, let me check. Okay, now I put the thickness of the key, and I already put the location for the other key also, and I don't have to put the thickness because already shown here 3. Okay, and about this section view, I can give the thickness from this point. I can give this one, right? And another one is from this point to this point. I can give 0.7, which is in line with the one. Then click OK first, and this one I have to put the text like this, and this one is no decimal point, so I can put 1 here. Okay, let me save my file. Okay, I believe this dimension is quite detailed because earlier I mentioned to you we don't have to put really detailed dimension. By the way, I have shown you it's kind of like detailed dimension, so it's kind of like this dimension is good enough to describe all the features for this bottom missing. Let me make some final adjustment. Kind of like my dimension location is kind of like not in the right position. Okay, every time you have to click OK. So, if you don't click OK, sometimes it's accidentally not click OK, then it goes like that, right? Alright, let me make a final check here. Okay, I think in this one here I have this remove section, since this is label XX for my full section. For this section line, let me zoom in. This section line is supposed to be YY because I already have X, so maybe just get to one. And I click OK. and now is YY. So here is stated YY. Right, about the title block, I think everything is completed here. Nothing wrong with the title block. Okay, Alhamdulillah, I have completed detail drawing of my bottom casing. Inshallah, in the next video I will show you the other component, which is the detail drawing of the top casing. Okay, thanks for watching this video, but before that, please do not forget to click subscribe and like my channel. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi.